What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the I Formation Podcast, Season 2. We're just starting up Season 2, finished Season 1 a few months ago, but we are back now. We're going to be back here every week, trying to get guests on and all that. Before we start today, how are you doing, LeRon?
Man, I'm good. I'm good, man. Down here in this Alabama heat, trying to stay cool, man. Trying to stay cool. Coaching a little bit now, so what I'm saying, trying to maintain that, man. But it's a blessing to be back on here with you, man. Season 2, episode 1, doing our thing, Affirmation Podcast, man. Y'all know to follow us on all outlets: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. About to jump into this thing early, man. A lot of stuff, a lot of things been going on. What I'm saying, it's off season. I'm saying, in the NFL with coaching changes and new quarterbacks and trying to see these rookies from last year can come up and do their thing. So, it's gonna be interesting show, man. And Lamar still out there chilling, man. The Ravens ain't paid him yet. We're trying to see. Kyler Murray got his money. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. We gonna get into all that though, man.
Yeah.
The dude probably a $300 million quarterback, man. But we just chill. To me personally, just to touch in on that, I wish he would have had some representation.
Yeah.
I'm saying, for him, so they could push the issue so he could just focus on football. 'Cause I know there's gonna
Right.
be people could say it's not a distraction, but it's a little bit of distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him going in the training camp, not having a contract. So we're gonna jump. We gonna get into it though. We're gonna get into it.
So we got a ton of stuff to talk about today, but because you brought that up, we can start with that, with the Lamar contract debate and kind of the situation in Baltimore, whether or not, like you said, that's going to be a factor with his play on the field, and if he can really keep his focus off that, which to me, I think the best bet. I'm not in the contract negotiations, so I don't know how the talks are going or whatever. But I thought the best bet would have been to get the contract done before this season. Do everything you can to sign him. He should be the highest paid, maybe the second highest paid quarterback in the league, maybe behind Mahomes. But what Lamar does for Baltimore is just different than anything that the Ravens have had. And really, he's the main reason for the Ravens' success. Before he got hurt last year, Ravens were the 1 seed in the playoffs, which is bizarre to think with all the injuries they've dealt with. You have clowns. I'm going to be straightforward. You have clowns going on, whatever defensive coordinator that was, coming on and saying Lamar's winning MVPs doesn't matter because he can't throw the ball and all this. It's just like insane to think. And the hatred for Lamar Jackson will always be there. If Lamar wins 10 Super Bowls, it'll be why did he not win 11? It's weird. There, I honestly, it's like speechless, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, man. It sucks that he has to go. What I'm saying, in the training camp without his. I thought they would have had it done.
Yeah.
And Deshaun Watson, big deal. He set the tone for it. But I think a lot of teams was like, no, we're not gonna go crazy like that. What I'm
Yeah.
saying, give guaranteed money to, like, what I'm saying, guys like that to see, what I'm saying, what's going on. But Lamar is proven. Y'all said people said he couldn't throw. He came in throwing the ball. What I'm saying, he's a winner. He's a leader in the locker room. Everybody that rally around him, coaches, the whole organization that rally around him. So I'm just thinking, what's the holdup? What's the holdup of, just giving this man what he deserves? But it's probably because they ain't got no cash, or I can't pay a lot of people, man. Like you said, the guy had his number one in the AFC, what I'm saying, before he got hurt, and I saw how the team went down, and still, we was in like 3, 4, 5 of them games, what I'm saying, last
Yep.
second drives and all that, and it could have been a lot different, what I'm saying. So I just think the guy got bigger. He hit the weights. He done got bigger now. What I'm saying? So he could take a few blows, so he could do a lot more plays and be Lamar like he is Lamar. I just don't understand, what I'm saying, what's the hold up, what I'm saying, Steve, John, what I'm saying, what's the hold up with, what I'm saying, just paying this man. And Kyler Murray, a guy, I all respect to Kyler Murray, so I never want to down a player because, everybody who gets to that level, what I'm saying, is amazing. But I don't think he could hold, what I'm saying, Lamar. I know Lamar has to watch film. He makes dynamic plays, what I'm saying. He could get in the playoffs, win a game, what I'm saying, and get to the next round. I know we ran into the Bills that year, but Lamar's proven. He is proven, man. I think they should go on and pay him.
Yeah, and before we move on, the point about Kyler Murray, like you said, Kyler Murray's great and all that, but Lamar receives the hate for the lack of playoff success, going 1-3, 1-4. Um, Kyler Murray's one playoff game, he was torn up by the Rams this past year. It was like 30 plus point game and hard to watch. I think he got benched actually at one point just because the game was so out of hand. But
didn't want to go back into the game and
yeah,
stuff like that. Just pound like a little baby. Like that's why
right.
I feel like they like soon as it was time for them to, I guess, extend or something like that. They said the date. They said the date for the extension. They said like 10 minutes in, Kyler Murray agent them came with something like, "Hey, we
Yep.
need this and that." He still had 2 years left on this thing, so
Yep.
they knew that if he would have had another year like he had, what I'm saying, mediocre, he wasn't gonna get that big time money. So
Yep.
this was a big time to like just go all in. Like they need a quarterback. We got to find a quarterback. So strategically wise, with his people, I think they did good by that by giving him his money. But to put in his contract that he has to watch 4 hours of film away from football, that would have been a red flag for me right there. I've been like, this guy don't even watch film at
Yeah, he
home.
don't care enough, right?
He don't even watch film. He don't even watch film at home. He don't even go home and he don't even go home and put the film on like most quarterbacks do. These quarterbacks watching film all night so they can know, especially in the NFL, like
Yep.
they're probably watching film a lot. Probably the first one in the building. They probably already been watching film an hour before like special team meeting. That's probably start like at 7:30, 7:20. So and like, bro, they got to put that in your contract too. And then you probably got to document, oh, I watched this film for 4 hours. Like, how's that getting them better? And people were saying like he doesn't need the film and all this and all that. To be great, to be them top ones, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and everything, you gotta look at tape. It's the NFL, man. This is not, what I'm saying, high school or Pop Warner or something like that, man. You have to watch film, what I'm saying, being an NFL quarterback. And for them to put that in the clause of his contract, it would have been a red flag for me, man. He wouldn't have got paid like that. But everybody see that and they just like, man, Lamar still out here just chilling. Like Lamar still ain't, what I'm saying, got his stuff yet. He's proven. I know the playoff stuff, man. He won one game, what I'm saying, in the other games, what I'm saying, he lost and everything. Could score against Buffalo, but that all comes down to team, the full thing, offense coordinator calling the plays, man. Everybody else executing their play because Lamar will do Lamar if y'all give him a shot. So it's interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray folks, they played it raw strategically, man, and got him the money. But with that clause in his contract, man, I'll be frustrated with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, guy, you don't even watch film, man. Like, you can't be one of the greats. You feel me? Like, you don't even prepare well. You don't even prepare well.
Yep. Fully agree. But I'll jump into the next topic we'll be talking about. Justin Fields. Nagy is gone, and I think Nagy was literally pulling down Fields a ton. And now Fields will be with Luke Getsky as his offensive coordinator. Getsky was very good with Aaron Rodgers. He was the quarterback's coach there. And they made it very known publicly that they're going to make a new offense in Chicago to fit Justin Fields' skill set, to kind of try to boost him up, boost his numbers, which he has struggled a ton just in his first year. He did at least, which is understandable for a lot of rookie quarterbacks. Not every rookie quarterback comes on that hot, but I really truly believe Matt Nagy was a huge reason for the lack of success. And we talked about that a ton last year. But like I said, he's got a new offensive coordinator, new head coach, and they've made it very known that they'll be built with his strengths in mind. And part of that means they don't really know exactly what the offense will look like yet. At least the past few weeks they didn't, just because Fields will take a little bit to develop, and they kind of want to see where he's at now. Definitely going to be a lot of RPO stuff, just because Fields is kind of that quarterback. Similar to Lamar, nothing like Lamar, but Fields is dual threat, can hurt you with his feet, can hurt you with the long ball, and I really think Fields in this new offense will be very good.
Oh yeah, man. Fields, I think this, everybody said a sophomore slump. I think this for to be, you know what I'm saying, a highlight year for him, making the guy feel more comfortable, man. He's at the rim, you know what I'm saying, starting, you know, OTAs and mini camp, and now he's going into training camp, you know what I'm saying, as the number one. So I know they're working hard, you know what I'm saying, get the weapons around him, but do stuff that the man can be comfortable in, you know what I'm saying? And like they said, man, the play breakdown, man, he could use his legs, you know what I'm saying, get out there, slide, do his thing. All right, we back up, you know what I'm saying, 1st and 10, doing another play. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Fields, man, his new turnaround. I feel like, you know, the rookie year was like a, you know what I'm saying, a mulligan, you know what I'm saying? He just got that out the way, you know what I'm saying, with Nagy gone, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against Nagy, but thankful that he's gone. So Justin Fields will be Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? Got somebody in there that cares about his you know what I'm saying, his skills, that he can do it all. Dual threat, you know what I'm saying? RP, like you said, RPO, you know what I'm saying, getting the ball to the receivers, getting out quick. And the play breakdown, I can use my legs, you know what I'm saying, to get it around, you know what I'm saying, to make plays. So I'm excited for Justin Fields, man, in Chicago. Hopefully he could turn, you know what I'm saying, to win the city around, you know what I'm saying, to win some games for him, man, and try to, you know what I'm saying, compete for that NFC North.
Yeah, fully agree. But now on to a different quarterback, Jameis Winston, and what he'll be able to do this year. Is he healthy? All the reports I've seen are significantly saying Winston's ready to go. He's healthy, and the Saints really need that. If Jameis Winston's healthy and they can protect him, I truly think the Saints will have a good year. They have Jarvis Landry. Winston was having a decent season, but before suffering the injury last year, played in 7 games with the Saints, pulled off a major upset to start the season against the Packers. But the Saints, I really think Jameis Winston's play will make or break them. Like, I think what he does this season is so important for them, just because they you know, we've seen all the cap stuff about them and how much money they are over cap, but they have a ton of good vets. You know, you brought in Tyrann Mathieu to the defense. You brought in Jarvis Landry, which was an extremely underrated signing at the point they signed him, where not many people really were signing receivers at that point. Will Fuller, Julio Jones, which we'll talk about later, but those guys were still out there. So really, I really think the Saints' success, you know, it's easy to say, but all relies on their starting quarterback, Jameis Winston, who, if is healthy, I think the Saints are a dark horse to make the playoffs this season.
Man, I think with them having a solid quarterback coming back, James, like he one of my favorite quarterbacks. I've been liking him since, you know what I'm saying, he was at Florida State, you know what I'm saying, Alabama kid, you know what I'm saying, from right up the road, you know what I'm saying, about 45 minutes from my hometown. You know what I'm saying? He's a great quarterback. He got, like you say, you got Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas back. You know what I'm saying? Just to build on the offense. You got 41 in the backfield, Kamara. You know what I'm saying? The run the ball before you catch the ball out the backfield. And like you said, before he got hurt, man, my guy was lighting it up. He was lighting it up big time. You know, and that's the add to the defense that beat Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? That has to be having Tom Brady in that division. You know what I'm saying, in the funk. So, and then adding a high grade leader like Tyrann Mathieu, and you know what I'm saying, in that secondary, you know, to go along with that defense that already been swarming and, you know what I'm saying, making plays and everything. Only thing they needed was, you know, a solid quarterback, you know what I'm saying, to score some points for them. And I think they could have competed a little bit. But now I think everything is coming together. It's going to be interesting in that division. You know what I'm saying, with everything going on in NFC South, you know what I'm saying, not only with them, you know, with the Bucks and with Carolina and all them, you know what I'm saying, everything going on. So it's gonna be interesting, man. But I think Jameis go, you know what I'm saying, step back in the rim, you know what I'm saying, and have a big year.
Yeah, I fully agree. But now moving on to a big debate that has happened this offseason. The Chiefs without Tyreek Hill, and you know, the Tyreek Hill situation. We'll talk about the Tyreek Hill situation real quick. Hill, you know, knew he wanted to get his money, and the Chiefs knew they weren't going to be able to pay him. So they decided to trade him to the Dolphins, where he seems to be loving his time, where he's been outspoken about how much he loves Tua, and that Tua is a better passer than Patrick Mahomes, has more accuracy. I just think I guess it's good to see you stand up for your quarterback like that, but that's a little bit insane. How do you think Hill will fit in Miami before we get into the Chiefs?
Man, I think just with the guy that's down there, McDonald, you know what I'm saying, with the offense that they're trying to go into, I think they're just trying to, a vertical passing game, just trying to beat you with speed, with everything that they have around. Tyreek, dynamic receiver, man, one of the best in the league. You know what I'm saying? I think he can help any team. So with him going down there with the young Tua, giving Tua more confidence, you know what I'm saying, and everybody else around them, I think it'll be good. Then I think it's a highlight, you know what I'm saying, a positive that, he gets in the media, hypes up Tua,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, get Tua a little confidence, and, you know what I'm saying, the coaches don't have to do it, the GM don't have to do it, you know what I'm saying, the owner don't have to do it, you know what I'm saying, his teammates doing it for him. So that just get Tua a little bit more confidence to come in, and slang that pill. You know what I'm saying? Got to get that ball down that field, because you can't underthrow Tyreek, because he's gonna, 9 times, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, he's gonna burn that DB. So if you put it out there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where they're getting this from. Like, he's better than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes' arm is like way stronger, you know what I'm saying? Like, Patrick Mahomes would throw that thing probably to the sky and come back down in the end zone when he goal line to goal line, probably. So Tua, I think Tua, he gonna have a good year. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the coaching, it depends on the play calling. You know what I'm saying? To get my guy, you know what I'm saying, involved in the right way. And Tyreek, Tyreek is Tyreek, man, the cheetah, baby.
Yeah, fully agree. But now jumping to the Chiefs a little bit without Tyreek Hill, which is, I think, going to be a huge loss for them. People now, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Don't get me wrong, but Tyreek Hill was like his go-to. Like, that was his guy. Of course, he had Kelsey, who he went to a lot, but taking Tyreek Hill away from Mahomes, I think, will hurt him a little bit. I think we'll see that in his numbers a tiny bit. I think his numbers will decrease from the past 2 years a little bit, but the Chiefs went out and added Juju Smith, which aside from the injury, I think Smith's a very, very good receiver for them. And then Marquez Valdes-Scantling, which is extremely underrated. He had some drop issues with the Packers, but going from a guy like Aaron Rodgers to Patrick Mahomes, I think Valdes-Scantling has continued success, gets the ball a lot now without the number one receiver, Tyreek Hill, in Kansas City. But with Juju, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Travis Kelsey, all those guys, and then they drafted Sky Moore in the second round of the draft. So all of those guys, I think, really make the Chiefs' wide receiving core, honestly, could be better than last year. It'll be interesting to see. They also still have McCole Hardman, but it'll be interesting to see how they do this year. I think Mahomes' numbers go back a little bit just because he can't just chuck it up the hill anymore. We've seen Chiefs offensive 75-yard touchdown plays go from, it looks like a sack on Mahomes. Mahomes chucks it up. Tyreek Hill's right under the ball for a touchdown. So we won't get to see that anymore, but Juju Smith, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, McCole Hardman, Sky Moore, and of course Travis Kelsey, I think we'll still have a lot of success in this offense with the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, man. Andy Reid, man, one of the best coaches in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? Probably the top coach, man, the way he's been, he came into this AFC and been just, racking it up, with the conference championship, hosting the conference championship, in his place, for a few years in a row. I just think they losing Tyreek, man, they added two big receivers, MVS, he's a 4-3 guy. That can run. He had his highlight. He couldn't be, the number one that he wanted to be in Green Bay with Devontae Adams.
Yep.
So he's out of there with a crazy quarterback going from Aaron Rodgers to Patrick Mahomes now. And Juju, just to tell Juju, it's time to go. It's time to do your thing, man. All that TikTok dancing and all that's over with, man. The Sears, you're in the Midwest, cold Kansas City. It's time to step up and do your thing. Travis Kelsey gonna be Travis Kelsey. Then with the draft pick that they have, I think they're gonna be okay. Andy Reid is a magician back there calling them plays. I know you're gonna have them guys in the right places and everything. And then, at the end of the day, when all else said and done, man, you got Patty. You got Patty Mahomes. And he can throw the ball from any angle, crossbody, no look, do everything you need to do. And now you got some more, not just one target with Tyreek. You got some guys that, that can do both, because got a little speed, can run routes good, and he can go to a few guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Chiefs, how they gonna do without Tyreek, but I think everybody need to just move on, man. Tyreek in Miami, they couldn't give him his money. Patty Mahomes got half of the money in his pocket. in his bank
Literally.
account. And the boy, he owning the Royals, he owning.
Yep.
He got too much money, man. So, when they made that deal, they had to understand, like, some guys gonna have to go. And they doing a good job, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta keep Kelsey now. So I hope this year MVS and Juju, don't get off, because shoot, they'll mess around and let Kelsey. It'd be crazy they let Kelsey go and just bring in, another cat. So it's crazy, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Fully agree. But now on to the next situation, which I think, just from what we've talked about in the past, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a different opinion. Uh, Baker Mayfield to the Panthers. Now I'm gonna make it fully known that Baker Mayfield sucked last year. Like, it was terrible. I fully agree with that. But at the same time, in my opinion, this is my opinion. A lot of people disagree. I think the Browns did Baker wrong. You're the Browns, in my opinion. You've lost everything. You're
Yeah.
just a losing franchise, to be honest with you. And Baker takes you to your first playoff win in a while. And then on top of that, Baker was your first overall pick in 2018. So to move on from him like that, and then you trade for Watson, who was dealing with the 22 civil lawsuits from the women who accused him of the sexual assaults, to move on from Baker, and then the audacity to come out and say, yeah, well, Baker might have to start a few games when they didn't know fully. Now I think Watson will have like 8 games, but then they had the audacity to say, yeah, Baker might have to start a few games for us. No, if I was Baker, I would have said no. Now he's traded to Carolina. But I'm going to go out and the hot take of the year, Baker wins more games with the Panthers than the Browns do this year. The Browns are a much better team. The Browns are a much better team, but 8 games without Watson. And Watson also, he's not going to come out, in my opinion, he's not going to come out and kill it after a year of no football. I think it'll take him 3 to 4 games to get the rhythm back. And, when Watson's at his normal, Watson's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. But he's going to take a few games after the suspension. I think it'll be a little while before he's fully back in rhythm, especially with the whole year off last year. I just don't see Jacoby Brissett going out there and killing it, or any of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't see. I think the Panthers win more games with Baker than the Browns do this season.
Man, it's I was wondering. I was over here, in the house chilling, watching NFL Network one day, and there was like, it got to a point I didn't even know if Baker was gonna get traded or like go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking really more of Seattle, but Carolina, going into their 3rd year with their head coach, man, I think he got some good QB, competition going on, him and Sam Darnold. I don't know, if Sam Darnold could get it done. Them bringing Baker in, Baker can move around a little bit, can make some plays. They got Robbie emerging, that receiver, man. So they got to figure it out year 3. That Carolina coach have to figure out year 3, or if you don't do nothing this year, I think the owners, they gonna let you go. I think they're gonna let you go and probably bring in somebody else. They bring you from college thinking you go, hype up everything and do your thing.
Yeah.
So, but on the Browns, the Browns was in the sweet state. When they saw that Deshaun Watson was open, the trade, they had to throw the whole bank at him. The man whole contract is guaranteed. They didn't even know if he gonna get suspended. They got leverage on, the NFLPA that, most of the stuff wasn't, egregious to, the CBA and all that. So they trying to work a way around that, probably still get 6 to 8 games, and got Jacoby Brissett, just Baker Mayfield got disrespect, like you said, got disrespected, man. And, now he has to put that behind him, going to Carolina, compete for this job with Sam Darnold, and win it probably. 9 times out of 10, Baker Mayfield go get the starting job in Carolina over Sam Darnold. Nothing against Sam Darnold, and everything, but I feel like Sam Darnold, they jumped him in, pushed him in there too early to start thinking he's going to change, an organization. I think he should have sat down, sit down for a year, played under a vet or something, learn the ins out of the NFL. And I think he would have stepped in and, did his thing. But with him, with the big hype on his back, had to come in and play and change the organization. He couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Now he down in Carolina. They started good 3-0. You know, then everything started going downhill. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it changes. It's vanilla. It's vanilla them first couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what you're doing. You know, they don't know what you're bringing. So after that fourth game, you got 3 tapes on you. So, hey, he does this, he does this, he does that. And it showed. And it showed, you know what I'm saying, after the, you know what I'm saying, the long season, man. The guy said he was seeing ghosts one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know. I wouldn't even want you back there running my offense, period, if you seeing ghosts. There's only 11 other players on the other side. Like, you looking at your players, you looking at their players, you looking at the sidelines, you looking at everything, talking about you seeing ghosts. So, and then you have good players, good, you know what I'm saying, solid, what is DJ
Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore, you know what I'm saying, Robbie, you know what I'm saying, they got some good solid
Anderson.
outside guys to get the ball to. So I think with that right there, with a good, you know what I'm saying, little strap D, they got some playmakers on their defense, you know what I'm saying. I think Baker, you know what I'm saying, gonna you know what I'm saying, win a few games. And with if my man goes down 8 games, you know what I'm saying, and I probably think they probably can go 4-4 at best with the Browns, 4-4, you know what I'm saying, 5-3. You know, and still have to, you know what I'm saying, bring him back in after a year, like you said, a year off of football and try to do his thing. Yeah, I think Baker go, you know what I'm saying, have a better season probably in Carolina, man. Then all that pressure off him. You out of Cleveland, bro. You don't have to do the progressive commercials anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah, I heard he's
saying?
done with them.
You had about 30 of them. So you done with that. So let's get to Carolina, man. You know what I'm saying, sound, get you a little nice little small crib, you and your wife, and you know what I'm saying, let's go win some games, Baker. Let's get back into, you know what I'm saying, the Baker Mayfield, you know what I'm saying, the cool Baker Mayfield that, you know what I'm saying, run around making plays, and you got some weapons, you got a defense behind you, and this coach. And like I said, going back to the coach, man, this your 3rd year. So you have to do something this year. If you don't compete this year, I know them owners, just how this league is going, I'm gonna holler at you.
Yep. So now jumping in to the New England Patriots, and kind of what they have going on. I think this is going to be a huge drop off from last year. That's just my opinion. I just don't see they didn't do much in free agency. You know, they traded for Devontae Parker, which was a good addition. Devontae Parker is a very underrated receiver, but other than that, they didn't do much. In the draft, they didn't do very well. You know, they took Cole Strange with their 1st-round pick, who I think they could have gotten later, but that was just such a Bill Belichick pick. Just like what they lost J.C. Jackson, lost Winovich, lost Shaq Mason, and lost Ted Karras. I truly think the Patriots have a very, very down year this year. They didn't do anything to make Mac Jones much better, so it's clearly just going to be hand the ball off again for him, I think.
Yep.
When Mac Jones thrived at Alabama, why did he thrive? Because he had Devontae. Oh, he had everybody. You know, he had all the it was just insane. So now you're giving him Devontae Parker is very good, but other than that, uh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough in New England this season, and I think fans are going to be a little disappointed, especially coming off a playoff season.
Man, I really don't know what to say for New England, man. He don't want to label no defensive coordinator. He don't want to label a defensive coordinator. He don't want to label, you know what I'm saying, offensive coordinator. And I know probably to the players, that's kind of frustrating because you don't know who, you know what I'm saying, to count on with that. But, you know, the Patriot, you know, however you're doing it over there, you know what I'm saying, doing it his way, the Patriot way, you know what I'm saying, I guess, you know, with the Patriots, I don't know how they're going to be this year. Like you said, Mac Jones don't have no new weapons. Like you say, probably turn around, hand it off 30 times a game, try to play action. I hope the tight ends start to emerge, the ones that they got that they paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I don't think 9 times out of 10, I don't think they are either. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, then you know, you in the division has changed. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Patriots, you know what I'm saying, taking over the division, you know, even though, you know what I'm saying, last year, you know what I'm saying, they did pretty solid, you know what I'm saying, with trying to hold it down. But, you know, the Bills, you know what I'm saying, they still got the Bills in their division, got Miami going crazy now. You know, the Jets emerging. You know, so that's gonna be the difference. If the Jets beat the, you know what I'm saying, the Pats, you know what I'm saying, in a few games, or they split or whatever, that's when you're gonna know, you know what I'm saying, something's going down. So I hopefully Mac Jones can rally them guys, you know what I'm saying? And if guy, you know what I'm saying, defense coordinator calling offensive plays, you know, so I really don't I think it's gonna be pretty much, you know what I'm saying, basic. 21 personnel, let's run the ball, dink and dunk, you know what I'm saying, and try to get my defense to, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. Cause he was in a lot of close games last year, should have beat Brady. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They just missed the field goal. You know what I'm saying? Last minute touchdown by Dallas versus him. You know, when Dak Prescott hit CD Lamb,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, on the pass. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting, man. I hope Mac can you know what I'm saying, bounce back and, you know what I'm saying, handle his business and do Mac things. But like you said, he has to have a crowd around him. I don't think he
Yeah.
can just like Tom Brady just throw anybody in there, Sam Gusek, and Sam Gusek have, you know, 100 catches and you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think he could do stuff. He gotta have weapons.
Yeah. Fully agree. And we're gonna talk about the Jets in a little while, so I'll hold off on that. But now jumping into the Steelers and just the completely new Steelers. You don't think, especially you know this more than anybody. You don't think of the Steelers without Ben Roethlisberger. Your career in Baltimore, you played against him a ton. It was just the face of the Steelers. You know, he's definitely had a good amount of down years the past few years, but Ben Roethlisberger is still Steelers. Like he's just when you think of the Steelers, you think of Ben Roethlisberger taking 5 hits in the backfield, fighting them off and throwing a touchdown. You know, he's just so tough to beat. And now he's gone. And he definitely had a down year last year. So in terms of production, I think the Steelers could improve at the position depending on how Trubisky or Pickett play. But aside from those, I just think it's going to be a down year for him. I think we see Tomlin's first losing season, which, you know, if Trubisky comes out, that's the thing. Like, I'm one of the people who's always been like Trubisky has more than what he's shown. I think he's better than what he's shown. But Pittsburgh just is going to have to rely on their defense so much this year, unless Trubisky could come out and play like he did his Pro Bowl season. With the Bears, you know, we had a very good Pro Bowl season. There were a lot of
Yeah.
high hopes for him. He was actually one of the favorites to win NFL MVP coming off of that season. And then it just went downhill in Chicago. I honestly think it's a Chicago thing, though. And I think Trubisky has a decent season. It's a Chicago thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I,
It's so crazy, man. With Big Ben retiring, you know what I'm saying, they bringing in, you know what I'm saying, most of their quarterbacks and you know what I'm saying, before my guy died, you know what I'm saying, I hate that for him when he died, you know what I'm saying, down in Florida.
yeah,
Uh you know what I'm saying, walking on the highway and all that, you know, he was gonna compete for the job too, but
yep,
you know, not getting like, you know what I'm saying, Trubisky, you know, and getting my cat from the draft, you know, I just don't know what they're gonna do. I think like Najee said the other day, man, you know, I train for this. You know, guys probably going to get about 30 carries a game.
yep,
You know, saying trying to be the workhorse for them. And I don't know how their defense is going to be. I just don't know how their offense is going to be. I think they're going to have a down year as well. You
yeah,
know, probably a 500 year because they barely scraped by last year. But for him to keep that team together last year, and you know, a lot of that was Big Ben. You know, Big Ben understanding. You know, what I'm saying, just the game of football. You know, what I'm saying, just the opportunity with them having to go into Kansas City in the playoffs, knowing they was going to lose, but just having that opportunity was
yep,
a plus for, you know what I'm saying, Tomlin and everything. But you know, seasons are changing. You know, it's different now. You don't have Big Ben back there. You don't have Big Ben doing his thing back there anymore. So you got to figure out the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I hope Mitch could get on that thing and do his thing, or the young bull could come in, you know, with the little hands and
yeah, yeah,
come in, you know, hand that ball off to Najee about 25 times a game, and Najee just keep doing what he's doing. You know, that's one player I know probably going to get his. You know, Claypool and all them other guys, you know what I'm saying, step up and make plays, you know what I'm saying, and do their thing. So, like I said, I'm gonna be watching a lot of NFL Network, just getting, you know what I'm saying, the information from up there in Pittsburgh to see how they're doing, you know, but I just don't think it's gonna be a winning season, you know what I'm saying, probably win about, you know what I'm saying, 6 or 7 games, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, 5, 6 or 7 games, you know what I'm saying, at the most, you know. I know they're gonna go 0-2 against the Ravens. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's different. I know they're gonna be trying their hardest to get them, but I know they're 0-2 against the Ravens for sure, for sure.
yeah, yeah. Especially with that quarterback play, like we said, the Steelers are an odd team though. Like you said, like last year, they got they lost to the Raiders early in the season, and it was like, oh, this team's gonna be terrible this year. And Tomlin and Roethlisberger just found a way to claw back, stay around. And even heading into week 18, it was like, oh yeah, they're still not making the playoffs. And they make it. Like
And
it's
they
just
some other teams had to do the thing. Colts
yeah,
dribble down, then dribble down their leg in Jacksonville, knowing they're
yeah,
supposed to be the Colts, you know what I'm saying, in that last spot. So I know the Colts hate that. I know the Colts probably thinking about, you know what I'm saying, that game, and that what took them, you know what I'm saying, by making their offseason moves, by bringing
yep,
in Matt Ryan and a dynamic quarterback like Matt Ryan, you know what I'm saying? So to go with that running game. And people are like saying, "Oh, I don't know if the coach gonna be good," but if you have a running game, man, and they stacking that box, and you know, big arm Matt Ryan, you know, I know he got a lot of yards, and you know what I'm saying, I know they like, you know what I'm saying, yards when they're down, but with him, you know what I'm saying, with that running game and that play action, and you know what I'm saying, off tackle play action, you know what I'm saying, because they do a wide zone, you know, I think he gonna do, you know what I'm saying, good for the coach. So that I hate for that, because with the coach losing, that would push, you know what I'm saying, Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh didn't know they was going to the playoffs, man. And they got the opportunity. And it's another, you know what I'm saying, big check on, you know what I'm saying, Tomlin's you know what I'm saying, coaching career, you know what I'm saying, by him
yeah.
just keeping guys together. And I heard an interview earlier on when it was on the pivot, when he was just talking, and you could tell just his mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like the NFL is a business of winning. You got to win, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's why I said the guy at Carolina, this your third year. You got one more year, sir.
Yep.
like
Yep.
they gonna get you up out of here, because it's a business of winning. If everybody is on the same page of that, understanding that we're in this thing to win, we're not in this thing to get better, we're not in this thing to do this and do that. We're in here to win. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
yep.
Yeah, win now is the business of winning. Everybody get that mindset. Everybody work like that. They'll be pretty much solid, you know. So I know Tomlin gonna take that same mentality into his team, you know, and it's gonna be interesting. Like if he do it this year with him, I gotta take my hats off to him and say, Tomlin, nah,
Literally.
yeah, you all right, you all right, you're a solid, you know, it's already a solid, decent, you know what I'm saying, good coach, but just doing it this year, new quarterback, new atmosphere. Big Ben's gone. That guy's gone. You know what I'm saying? You don't have him anymore. So it's going to be interesting.
So now jumping on to another AFC North team, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Jessie Bates situation, which is extremely tough for both sides. I truly just think, you know, Jessie Bates wants to get his money that he's earned, he deserves, and the Bengals they just can't pay him. Like it's a tough situation, but you know, he's literally been outspoken that he will not play on the franchise tag. But he doesn't have much leverage. It's the most important season for his career. You know, if he plays very well this year, he'll sign a gigantic contract somewhere else. But if he struggles or gets hurt, that kills everything, which is the big
Yep.
reason I don't think he wants to play on the franchise tag. He wants the guaranteed money. He wants to be signed for a few seasons. But on this franchise tag, he'll be set to make 12.91 million, which is twice as much as the 6 million he's earned in his first 4 seasons in the NFL. So basically, you know, if he's held out so far in the few days of training camp, but if he continues to hold out, you know, he'll miss out, he'll get fined, and he won't get that money.
He
But
better pay his ass a camp, bro.
yeah, he's got to. Like you can't. That's the most money. It'll be more money this season than he's made in the first 4 seasons, and he's gonna miss out on it. I understand you want your guaranteed money and everything, but I think you just gotta take the risk. All right, I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm be healthy and I'm gonna have a good season. Like you just have to. You have to. I don't think you can turn down that money. Plus, the Bengals went out and drafted Dax Hill late in the first round of the draft, so they're getting a safety. Michigan safety who was decent in
Yeah.
college. They're ready to move on from you. Like they're not happy about it, but they're not gonna be able to pay you, Joe, Chase, Higgins, and all of them. They just can't. Like
Yeah, you
they're ready
can.
to move on. They're ready to move on.
Yeah, man. It's just I think he should have, when they drafted that guy late in the first, when they got drafted that guy, he should have knew it then, you know what I'm saying, with them
Yeah.
putting him on the tag. I would have been like, okay, 12.91 this year, you know. Next year I probably don't be here. Let me go close. Let me go make them make a hard decision. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me go out here. Let me work hard this off season. Go out there, ball. You know what I'm saying? I think his resume is already on the table. You go out there and do your thing. Just in case something happened in week 7 or week 8, something happened to you. You know what I'm saying? God forbid it don't. I think you still had a solid enough, thing to go into free agents next year and get your money. Just with the injury and everything. But the guy frustrated, he's not showing up to camp. He's going to get fined. You don't want to keep losing money that you don't even have already.
Right.
So be smart. You got to be smart. Like if you're going from 6 million over your career to 1 year getting 12.91. I know at the taxes and all that happens, but you're still coming out with about 8-9 mil. And balling and going into a year that next year. I put the work in I put the work in all season. I put the work in season. So next all season, I'm one of the first names, off the board and free agency and somebody coming to get me. Somebody probably in the division, probably coming to get you because you're a solid ball player. You showed that. So I hope everything comes out right for him on his end. I hope, that he gets his money. I hope he comes to camp, prepared and just come to camp, bro. You going against one of the top offenses in the league every day. So prove yourself out there, prove yourself on camp. They might just say, hey, we need to go and get this. We need to during camp or before week 1. We need to go and get this guy done. Let's do this. But you not being there, I understand, the holdout and all that. You not being there probably showing them like, all right, let's focus more on this draft pick that we got so we can feel like we made the right decision by drafting him. Get him going, and then don't let the young boy just do his thing and emerge and like it'll be like, okay, Jesse, do what you want to do. Just keep losing money. Like we got a guy that can replace you that can do, pretty much what you do. So, I hope, like I said, man, I hope it just comes out on the end in his behalf, he getting his money. But 12.91 is a lot from making $6 million over your career. You make $6 million over your career in 1 year, you finna get 12, almost 13. Like who? I'm in camp in shape. Like, let's do this thing. This is probably my last year with y'all boys. Saying to myself, this my last year with y'all boys. I'm for the ball with y'all. For the ball, we got to the Super Bowl last year. Let's see if we can make another run. If we can't, man, okay then. Cincinnati, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to free agency. And somebody will respect you and and get you.
Yeah, fully agree. But now moving on to the New York football teams. We'll start with the Jets. My two dark horses to make the playoffs. I don't think the Jets make it, but I honestly think the Giants make it this season. I think both teams go over the win total. The Jets are 4.5. I think they win more than 4 games this season, and the Giants are 7.5. But to start with the Jets, they killed the draft to start. They just absolutely killed the draft. Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson. I mean, when you have all these first round picks, it's hard to not kill the draft. But there's teams who have done it, and they in every spot I think they improved. Sauce Gardner was the best corner in this draft, in my opinion. They got him. Jermaine Johnson was one of the best edge rushers who was falling, I think, due to some attitude or something like that. I don't know. He's a great edge rusher. And Garrett Wilson.
Last chance,
yeah, exactly. And he actually has an awesome story. He went there, played at Georgia, didn't get playtime at Georgia, was one of their bench guys, transfers to Florida State and becomes ACC Defensive Player of the Year. So he knows work. He knows what it's like to not play and have to actually work to get where he is. Tough story. JUCO, top D1, transfers ACC Player of the Year. Like, that's just incredible. And then on top of it, you get Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver from Ohio State, who is a beast. Like, they just got 3 great rookies coming in. They also drafted Breece Hall, who was a good running back in college. Like, yes, like they're just they killed the draft. They killed the draft, and then they signed 2 tight ends. They signed Tyler Conklin and CJ Uzomah, who are going to be kind of like blankets to Zach Wilson, which I'm not a big fan of. So if I'm talking the Jets up right now, if I'm not a big fan of Zach Wilson, I'm talking the Jets up.
I'm surprised. I said you talking Jets. I know it's so special. Yes, sir.
Right. So like I have a very, very high expectation for them this season. I love their coach. I think they're ready to go this season. I think they fully compete. And like you said with the Patriots earlier, that's a team they'll beat, I think, twice this season. I think they are better than the Patriots. I think they beat the Patriots twice this season.
Man, like you said, man, just it starts in the offseason, starts in the draft. with them having them picks. I think finally Jets about to come back around that curve, you know what I'm saying, to be a team that's competing. Like you said, man, Sauce Gardner, you know what I'm saying, corner lockdown. He can do his thing. Then Johnson coming off the edge, you know, with him and you still got Big Quinn in the middle,
Yeah.
you know, from Alabama. So, you know, and then just getting two decent, not even decent, two great offensive weapons, you know what I'm saying, with the receiver and the running back, you know what I'm saying, for Wilson, you know what I'm saying, to go with what they had already. I think just gonna like win more than 4.5. I think they're gonna win more than 4.5, like you said. And you know what I'm saying, win some games because they got young guys, you know, it's gonna be different. High energy, these guys gonna be in shape, these guys gonna be ready to get on the field. You can do whatever you want to the rookies. Play them, you know what I'm saying? Make them go in there and compete. You know, it's going to be interesting. You know, the Johnson pick, when they got Johnson, like that, I know the name came familiar because I remember when we did our podcast with the Florida State coach.
Yeah.
You asked about it. You asked about it, and I was like, all right, man, is that the same guy? So, you know, I go to Google and I said, man, that's my guy from last chance you also as well. You know, so, you know, with him getting to the league, like you said, great story. Him getting to the NFL, you know what I'm saying, finally getting this play. I just can't wait. I'm gonna be really tuned in to these preseason games just to see these guys out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, doing their thing. The Giants, you know, getting Barkley back, that's gonna be a great, you know what I'm saying, addition for them. You know, but Barkley just gotta stay healthy. You know, so I just think if he stay healthy, and you know, everybody know what type of back he is when he's healthy. The guy can take it. God could take it 90. He could take it 80. He could take it anywhere he wants to on the field. Everything is a big play when he touches the ball. So gonna be interested for the Giants, but you know, with the Jets, just how they did this off season and how they, you know what I'm saying, going into the season, you know, Zach keep it going, Zach, you know what I'm saying, no, don't Darnold it.
Yeah, literally. You know how I feel about Darnold too.
Yeah. Don't my bad. Don't Darnold it, baby. So we can keep this thing rolling for you and your squad, man. So hopefully it can you know what I'm saying, they could do their thing, man. But I'm looking forward to this preseason watching them.
Yeah, but to get on to the Giants in free agency didn't do anything too big. You know, they got Tyrod to be the backup quarterback. They signed Matt Breida, which will be a kind of backup. You know, maybe some insurance for Saquon. And then they also got Glowinski and Feliciano, the two offensive linemen, which will be fine. But the big thing for me was what they did in the offseason with their coach and hiring and the draft. Them and the Jets were the two best teams in the draft, in my opinion. They got Kayvon Thibodeau, and they got Evan Neal, which is just insane. Yep. Evan Neal was a guy who at one point was being talked as the number 1 overall pick. Yep. Don't know how he fell to the Giants, but you know the Giants will take it. He gives you an immediate, great, amazing offensive lineman who will be a starter in the league for years to come. Kayvon Thibodeau has a lot of high upside. As long as he gets, you know, kind of stays on the path, I think he'll be very good. And hiring Brian Daboll, the old Bills offensive coordinator, will make this offense insane. The Giants offense is going to be extremely good this year. I'm telling people now, buy into Daniel Jones. He's had major struggles this season, but it's getting better. I'm telling you that now. Hiring Brian Daboll was insane for the Giants. You know, he's such a very, very good offensive-minded coach, and we saw that with the Bills with all the success he had there. So I definitely think they're going over 7.5 wins, and I'm actually taking them to make the playoffs this season in the wild card. We're not going to catch the Cowboys, I don't think, but I think they make the wild card, and I think we see 2 NFC East teams make the playoffs in this.
Oh yeah, man. That division, that people was talking about, think about that, you know, saying the other day, that division is gonna be interesting because you know you had the emerging Eagles then added, you know, a lot of stuff that they're stuff in, you know, the Giants, and you know they always got the big bad Cowboys down there. So I feel like if they could get them close games, they could get them games and compete, score some points. Daboll, you know what I'm saying, I remember when he was at his stint at Alabama, being the OC. You know what I'm saying, doing his thing down there, you know what I'm saying, and going to Buffalo, you know what I'm saying, with what he did in Buffalo, you know what I'm saying, everybody, it speaks for itself, you know, so I feel like you said, Daniel Jones could be a Josh Allen. I don't care what anybody say. I feel like he can because he can run. I know he fell on that open run that time, but he can run it. He can run a little bit. He's not Josh Allen, but he's capable of doing the same, you know what I'm saying, things. So that means it's going to have to be a collaborative group. Everybody got to do their thing, but with them getting Barkley back, you know what I'm saying, they could do a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And the way that he called plays, man, gonna be, you know what I'm saying, very interesting. And like I said, man, they can compete for it. So you got them going to the wild card. I think it's gonna be so tough because you got that division gonna be like, people think that division is probably like the lower side, but it's gonna be good because you still got, you know what I'm saying, the Commanders, you know what I'm saying, adding on to what they added on, you know what I'm saying, with their squad, signing their receiver back, you know what I'm saying, and you know Carson's over there now. Carson's over there now, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. You know, I don't know how good he's gonna be, you know what I'm saying. So that's the only, you know what I'm saying, asterisk over the Washington is just their quarterback. Their quarterback play is just see how they're gonna play. But everybody else, you know what I'm saying, strapped and ready to go. You know, Dallas ready to go, Philly ready to go, you know what I'm saying, New York ready to go. So it's gonna be an interesting season, man. It's preseason, man, and this season's gonna be crazy. I remember we talked about it last year how crazy it's gonna be, man. And I think this year gonna be very more interesting.
Yeah, fully agree. Now I want to jump to the topic of J.K. Dobbins. And I'm not sure if you saw it, but with where he came out and kind of called out Ian Rappaport about the injury. Dobbins wrote on Twitter, "Okay, I'm tired of being quiet. Come to me for your source," and then tagged him and said, "Because I might not even go on the PUP because of how good my rehab is going, and I'm damn sure going to be ready for week 1." So he came right at him. And I kind of just wanted to see what your opinion was on that, and if you kind of dealt with anything like that when you were playing, where you know you kind of had the reporters, which in my opinion, like, I love Dobbins, you know, I'm a Ravens fan, of course, but like I honestly think Rappaport was kind of just doing his job. He just said, you know, he just had heard that he might not be ready for week 1. He never said, you know, that Dobbins is not playing, he's not going to play week 1, but he just kind of was like, sources have told me that he might miss it, but Dobbins seems eager to play, which I kind of love, and Dobbins is ready to go. But I'm kind of in between on, you know, my opinion on it.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, he could have just he ain't had to, you know what I'm saying, tag my guy, you know what I'm saying, as post. My guy just doing his job, you know what I'm saying, just talking about the Ravens, trying to see, because Gus is going on PUP, you know what I'm saying, if he's going to be ready, you know, coming off a, you know, an injury like that. So I mean, we have to see it. Just hopefully that with him putting that tweet out there, he can bag it up and be on the field by week 1. You know what I'm saying, with him doing his thing. I hope he is with that run game, because he's a dynamic running back, you know. But I just like everybody. Just pipe down. The season's coming, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you anxious to get out there, you know what I'm saying, with Lamar and the guys to do his thing. And I know he probably just tired of hearing, you know what I'm saying, what he's not going to do, what he's not going to do. So he just had to say something to say, man, yeah, but he ain't even had to tag him. Just say he could have just said, my rehab is going good. I'm on pace to be back week 1. If no setbacks, I'm on pace to be back week 1, and I'm looking forward to this season. You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like with the reporters and with everybody that support Rappaport, I feel like you just put a target on his back. You better come back. You better come back running that pill.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't come on a little soft and not playing too hard. Like Dobbins in his career has been great, but like after that, you better be ready for week 1, because you said you're damn sure going to be ready for it, and that's a quote now. And you know the media, you know NFL media, they will take that and run with it. If you are not playing week 1, you will never hear the end of it.
Facts. You would never hear the end of it.
Never. Like they're gonna keep coming at you, and it's gonna just be a, I guess, bad look. It's just kind of crazy, but I like his confidence. You know, he's ready to go. You can tell he just wants to play. Like, he's a true football player. He wants to play. He wants to get back out. But now looking at one more thing, I kind of wanted to discuss before wrapping this up. What's going on with, you know, the Cardinals? Hollywood Brown, you know, he's on the injured list again, or the PUP, or the whatever it's called. He's missing it. Are the Cardinals going to be able to compete in the NFC West? Because after signing Murray, which we talked about a little bit earlier, I just don't. They don't have the money to pay a ton of free agents anymore. They went all in on Murray, which is fine, but I don't think Murray's the guy. And they've given him everything he wanted. He wanted to play with Hollywood. They went out and got Hollywood. Gave up a first rounder for it. Like, that's bizarre. They love their quarterback, and it's good that they're investing in him. But he's got to come on because I don't know if they can compete in that division with the Super Bowl favorites, the Rams. The Seahawks will be terrible, but the 49ers are a wild card. Do Trey Lance come on and really bring it, or are they do they struggle? You don't know, but the Cardinals are just I don't know. I just don't know about
like people want to say, oh man, the defense is gonna be this. They lost one of their, top pass rushers, with Jones, because Jones going to Las Vegas Raiders, right?
Yep.
Yeah, him and Max will run that thing. So you got JJ Watt. Still trying to rush the passer, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what anybody like. That's everybody be hyped on that guy. I know his little brother is better. It was way better because his little brother can rush, that edge, and he could get it inside and everything. The thing with Watt had three. To me, I feel like Watt had three moves. You know what I'm saying? You stop them three moves, and you know what I'm saying, he can't do nothing. But with the Cards, man, I really don't even know. I just feel like that's crazy right there. Murray gonna have to step up for the money that he just got, and it's gonna be it's gonna be, everybody's gonna be looking down, in Arizona, trying to figure out, hey, what's going on down here? Because it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more down. It's gonna be more because my guy got to watch film all year. That's going to be a problem. He acts like bro acts like a baby. He used to winning.
Yeah.
He used to getting everything handed to him. He used to winning in high school, winning in college. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything, he's supposed to do there. Then get into the league, winning all them games to start out with, and then I just fall down. Get into the playoffs and look terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like them facts, them are facts that that he put on the table. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not college. Soon as it's time to re-up, you can re-up in, your last 2 years of your contract. 10 minutes into that time, I think it started at 10 o'clock. At 10:10, your agent them had a proposal to the Cardinals already. The Cardinals like, no. So you go to Instagram and erase all their pictures. That's petty. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I hate that for Cardinals. I felt like Hollywood should have set his ass down in Orange Mills, Maryland, and got accustomed to that offense, bro, and be Lamar Jackson #1, because he was gonna throw you that ball.
Yes, literally.
He's looking for his partner. He's gonna throw you the ball, and I guess you was worried about catches, about touches, and all that. People got to understand this also, like just with the Ravens, like why wouldn't you run the ball if you can? Are you successfully putting that running game together? You can successfully run that ball, get about 5 yards a carry, wearing the defense down. You don't know if my quarterback for the running, my running back for the running. You don't know if my quarterback gonna play action, hit the tight end. You don't know if he gonna play action, hit it deep. He can throw it deep. He's not no quarterback that can't throw it deep. He can do all that. So I felt like Hollywood should have sat down, stayed with the Ravens. The Ravens, and he was a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? I know part of the locker room loved him. They would have paid him. But, you got to do what's best for you. You want to go get with Kyler Murray. So let's see it now. When your quarterback power, you know what I'm saying? Because, he got to watch film. Like, he don't want to watch film with you. He got to do it on his own. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he's just a guy that can just go out there and, just look at the playbook one time and he could just get it like that. Man, this is the NFL, man. This is the NFL. This is not college. I saw Lincoln Riley come out and say, this is not college. You know what I'm saying? This is the NFL. You have to prepare to win. Like, you're not going to watch no film on the defense and they come out there. There's some shit that they ran in week 2 and it's week 9. They ran in week 2. They ain't ran it for 7 weeks. They get you in week 9 because they played a similar quarterback. Now they running with you. You didn't even watch film on it and you get hit in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Rams did you. Yeah. That's why I said the Rams, they took a defensive, plan that they had against another quarterback, probably played against him, probably played against a few more running style quarterbacks, and they shut you down, man. And that goes from watching film. You don't even know where it's coming from. You just throwing the ball anywhere you want. You just throwing it like this. Then you don't want to go back in the game when it gets tough. So, I'm not high on the Cardinals, man, at all, man. I feel like they made I like everybody getting their money. I salute that. But as in my opinion, I feel like he needed one more year. Like, let me see. Let me see you do one more year. Then we could talk. Then we could go back to the table and do it. But you put the Cardinals like in a situation where it's like, man, do I do I not pay him and he sits out and we got to put
Yeah.
in, you know what I'm saying, a backup quarterback or try to find somebody? Or do we just go on and give him his money and that's
With
going
our
to
first pick. Exactly.
he's going to be this quarterback now.
Yep.
No, I just don't feel like I don't feel like it's going to be like that.
Yeah, I fully agree. But that is it for season 2, episode 1. We are back weekly. This season is going to be extremely exciting. We got some good things planned ahead of us. But before I wrap it up, I'll let LeRon come on, what he always does.
Man, hey, I just want, hey, man, good seeing you, bro. It's good to be.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
blessing to be back on here with you, man. Information podcast, a lot of stuff coming from, man. We bringing the gear this year. You know, a lot more NFL content. We are thankful, you know what I'm saying, for everybody, you know what I'm saying, that subscribe to our YouTube page, man. You know what I'm saying, clicking on that like, you know what I'm saying, watching us on, listen to us on Spotify, listen to us on Apple Podcasts, then watching us, you know what I'm saying. We got a lot of big things coming this year. Y'all see how we flow this show right here, just like we've been on here, you know what I'm saying, the whole all season, you know, man. But just a blessing just to get back in here today, you know what I'm saying, and do this show with you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate all our fans, subscribers. We'll have some more. We're doing hella giveaways this year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, autograph signings and everything. I'm gonna be I know I'm gonna be, and I know for sure I'm gonna be in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? One thing, when they put Marshall Yonder, you know what I'm saying, in the corner, I'm gonna be at that game, you know what I'm saying, just represent my guy. He was in the same draft as me, 2007. You know what I'm saying? A guy like that. Always, man, shout out to the Ravens, shout out to the flock. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to our subscribers, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. We back, baby. iPhone, baby.
Yes, sir.